This is the Beesotted Pride of West London end of season Bees Up with Manuel Graham Benstead, Gary Roberts and Francis Joseph. And this is the question and answer session at the end of the evening. It got quite lively. If you want to check out part 1 and part 2 of this Bees Up, then go to beesotted.co.uk or go to Audio Boom and check out the Beesotted channel, or go to iTunes or any decent podcast channel and you can check it out right there. Don't forget to subscribe as well.
Question for Graham Benstead.
Go on.
Well, I think it was 1991-92. Yeah. We went up and we were 7th in my memory serves me correct. We were about 7th. We went up to Birmingham and somehow I think Gary Blissett scored 2 or 3 goals. We beat Birmingham City, you know. In those days, we really didn't like them. We beat Sunderland, and I think we went up to 7th that year before the Christmas. And after Christmas, we kind of nosedive. Can you talk us through the rest of that season in your own words, please?
Well, I think it was. I think, I'm not saying that I was part of it, but I think we all got into, like I say, we hit a peak. A few lads got injured. One result led to another, and I think it took us 40 years to get up and a bloody year to go back down again. And I think we went away to Bristol. Was it Bristol City? The last game of the season, And I think nowadays, looking back on it, wrong. I'm not saying the wrong attitude, but perhaps we should have approached it a bit differently. In hindsight, we didn't have the technology like there is now, or anything like that, because basically we just never thought we were going to go down. But once you get into that mindset, obviously we were devastated, and it sort of just went on from there, really. And obviously, disaster did happen, and we did go down. But not good memories. That's one of the sort of blip of my Brentford career.
Any questions for? We've got Francis Joseph up here. We've got Gary Roberts coming as well. We've got the full posse coming up as well. Joe, I want to ask you just quickly. We get to come up here because we're flipping it across. We talked about Stan Bowles as well. Yeah. Oh, Gary Roberts is there. He's in the front there. He's going to just come in and out on the stage as well. Joe, tell you something. Who was? You were there for a couple of seasons. You had a couple of wicked seasons, and unfortunately, you had the break in your leg. You had the injury, and the double, because you were on fire that time. You know what I'm saying? And that must have been gut, because the fact is that I'm not saying this, but the team that you was in, if you'd carried on what you were doing, you may have replicated the same things that Benno and Manuel had done a couple of years later. I'm not saying that, but that must be a little bit kind of gutting, because you must know that team was properly on fire. Okay, you say defensively you were struggling, but you could probably sort that out. They would have bought in the next season, bought it defensively, but then you broke your leg and it all kind of just fell apart, really, didn't it?
Yeah, certainly. But, we would have replicated that. Well, they would have replicated us. Because as far as I was concerned, the first 2 seasons before the broken leg, what people don't forget is that I was out for 18 months with the first broken leg. Yeah. I came back after 16 and broke it again, second game back, and that was it. It was, hey.
Did the second break, did that happen because you had the first break, or was it just bad luck again?
No, it was...
did you come back too early, basically?
Yeah, it wasn't healed properly. Yeah, there was some fibrous tissue in between the bone that doesn't allow it to heal. It will heal on the outside, but it would not heal within the bone. So, anyway, that was life. That's life, isn't it? You know what I mean? But, yeah. Put it this way. All the teams that I've played for since then, the Brentford, that team with Stan Bowles, Alan Whitehead, Matt Nicol, Graham Wilkins, we had flipping potential. we should have done it, but mistakes. That was it. Bottom line.
And just looking at it now, I mean, like, you know, you I mean, have you seen Brentford as played as recently? I mean, off and on.
Yes, I saw them earlier on in the season. Yeah, they look all right. You know what I mean? Yeah. You know, no, let's get it right. They didn't have two centre forwards that will beat people up. You know what I mean? As well as put the ball in the back of the net. You know?
Yeah, different style of football. It's about playing the ball on the floor and stuff like that.
It was tippy tappy. You know, like it was tippy tappy. I didn't enjoy watching it. Maybe I wasn't out there because that's why I wasn't. You know, because I wasn't out there. Probably that's why I didn't enjoy it. But for me, if I was out there, I'd want some action. You know. But then you got people like Officer Dibble, you know.
You mean Gary Roberts? You mean?
Sorry. Did I get the name wrong?
I was just trying to clarify exactly who you were talking about. Gary Roberts, yeah.
Yeah, that guy. That guy. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you know. Yeah, that's my opinion.
Throw me a blanket. I'm just falling asleep here. You just set it in a fucking sleep mode.
Profanities, young man. Yes, sorry. Yeah. Anything else?
No, that's it. I just wanted to know, man, because this is interesting as well to hear your point of view, Laney.
No, I was going to say, you know, it's tippy tappy. It's you know, it's good, patient attacking football. But you must have thought, you know, the amount of chances we create, you must love to have been on the end of some of those, just to get that kind of service instead of having.
He was, but he couldn't convert them.
Well, no, I'm sticking up for Francis Joseph here because he was prolific. He was a proper goal scorer, and honestly, he is up there with some of the best strikers we've ever had, and it was a pleasure to watch him.
Just ask him how many goals he scored.
78 in 250.
What? 250 years?
Sorry.
Is that what was that? 250 years?
250 League and Cup games. As a winger as well. Sorry.
Now. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah.
Better than you.
So listen, this is the beef. This is the Roberts Joseph beef. It's gone on. It's been 30 years plus, and it's still going on and on and on. And you could probably see why they probably scored loads of goals between each other, because they're probably egging each other on the whole time. Why didn't you score that? I've just crossed the ball to you. Why didn't you put the ball in the back of the net? Is that how it went?
Look, I'll tell you what. He should be dead now. We played Exeter and we pumped them for 7. And you had myself, Keith Cassells, Chris Kamara queuing up for a hat-trick. That bastard wanted to walk it in himself. We wanted to kill him after the game. I don't know if it was his dad, Fred, because Fred was his dad at the time. You know what I mean? Fred used to look after him.
Well, Fred Callahan,
yeah, the manager. You know,
Freddie Roberts.
Like brown nosing and sucking up kind of stuff. You know what I mean? Yeah. So he was the son of. You know what I mean? Yeah. So he got away with it. We wanted to kill him. We'd go gasping. Look, it's a tap in it. He wanted to mazy it through. Look, that score could have been easily 12-14. But because of the son of.
The son of Callahan. So listen.
What can I say?
So what can you say? So look, in your days, was there anybody who was the son of Noddy? I mean, was there the son of
Dino?
Yeah?
Dino? Or Bliss, I suppose. No, it wasn't Bliss, because Bliss was my room partner. And Bliss, well, he was Mr. Budweiser, because he did like a Budweiser before a game. Yeah. And
The morning of the game.
Not the morning of the game. No, it wasn't that. I just like at night. But Bliss, I think Dino was the one. I think he was the favourite, and I think he was the manager's favourite, and quite rightly so, because I think he went on to sort of do some great things. Probably, yeah, you are right. Yeah, you are right, Joe. Yeah, no, you're right. And I suppose you hit the nail on the head there, Joe. Now he's getting all upset, you know.
He ain't going to nick me, is he?
And for the defence, we have Mr. Gary Roberts.
Francis, my friend, as ex-friend, yeah.
What are you trying to say?
I can't believe it, you know. He quotes it as a goal scorer. Right? I scored 78 League and Cup goals in as a left winger. 215 League and Cup. Hold up. Far more than you, my man. You know what I mean? You come here, give me your bottle, Larkin, and I give you it.
No comprende. No comprende.
I love it, you know. No. Listen. Graham Benstead made the best save I've ever seen, all right? I've ever seen. Wasn't it? No. He made one. He won one of the greatest saves I've ever seen. It was actually on one of the Benstead headsets. Yeah? Have you seen it? It's actually on the dive, where he dives on one side and he saves on the other side.
So look, we've got the four legends on the stage. I just want to put it out to the floor here. As anybody else, we've got the banana. If you know the bananas from the GPG, Top Boy DPG here is here tonight. The banana would like to ask a question. Yeah, he's proper banana, mate. You know what I'm saying? That's a banana.
Oh, yeah, I love it, son.
I love you too.
He's sucking up.
Yeah, I know, but
He does that to Fred. He did that to Fred. and
Black
we
Joe,
didn't like it.
White Benno. I just want to ask each of you, which is your favourite game that you played in, and why?
Who's starting?
I'll go first. There are two. I'm going to be it. Obviously, the promotion one at Peterborough. No bollocks. I'm saying no, it's two.
That's right, man.
Well, I'm a keeper, Joe. Why?
Well,
If you listened to me, mate, you would have been a bit more. Yeah, you'd have been more prolific.
Why didn't you sing a song?
I like it.
Anyway, so that was that. So, and obviously, one in particular was the Fulham game away, and I think we won 1-0. You know, another man of the match performance. That's my two.
Fantastic, Benny. Fantastic.
Birmingham away. Maybe because I scored.
Night game.
For a fullback?
No, after. Yeah, I think it was not a game. 1-3-1. No, not FA Cup. No. League Cup. Listen, what are you on about? I scored in 85th minute, and as a celebration, I'd done a cartwheel and ended up on my arse. Because I couldn't do them somersaults and all that malarkey. So I went over and.
Yeah.
So, but that's on YouTube if you want to watch that as well.
Is it?
Yeah. Birmingham v Brentford, 1992, at St Andrews. Go on, Joe.
Well, I'd have to say Wrexham away. We were 1982, I think. Yeah, that geezer. Well, you're Welsh, you should know that. Or are you a pretend taffy?
Oh, sorry, I've only got an international cap.
I want to see it. Where is it? How many? Where are they? One.
Against who?
You nicked it, didn't you?
Bulgaria.
Hey, did you nick it off one of the suspects that you arrested?
And we're not talking great uncle either.
Did you nick it off one of the suspects you arrested?
Joe, you won't be able to get a Jamaican cap to replace that, will you?
Jamaican? I'm not Jamaican, mate. I wouldn't play for the Reggae Boys. They can't pass the ball. You know what I mean? They've got more babies than flipping footballs, mate. Yeah? All right? Sorry, my brothers. Sorry, it had to be said. Anyway.
I have to ask, which island are you from? Where are you from?
Dominica.
Dominica.
Well,
So listen, you have to... You have to understand this is Caribbean beef going on here. You know what I'm saying?
Wrexham away. It was 2-2 within about 15 minutes. It was unbelievable. Stan Bowles missed a penalty where he approached the ball and there was a divot and he scuffed the divot and then hit the ball and missed it. The first penalty he missed in 11. If you look at the stats in those books, he had 10 penalties, scored all 10. 11th penalty, the bobble, Wrexham away. And I think Gary didn't even pass a ball for anybody. Well, put it this way, I scored twice, but it went for him.
But that's still your best match.
It was exciting, you know what I mean? It was just unbelievable. I thought, flip it now. 5 minutes, boom, it's 1-0, 2-0, you know? But for people like that didn't get the ball because the defender had him in his pocket, what can you do? You know what I mean? I sympathise.
Yes.
I sympathise.
Yes, listen, Joe. We could tell.
Everything went down Bowles' side.
Yes.
His side, anonymous, mate.
Yeah. Listen, we appreciate it, and I appreciate you looking out for your teammates as well, and the sympathies that you put out there. And who's the last? Is it Gary? Is it you, Gary? Gary?
Yeah. I don't know how to come back on that.
Say Wrexham watching like Joe.
Oh yeah. My favourite game was Wrexham. Bollocks. What an absolute load of tosh that was. I was in it. I'll tell you what. I know there's a local election going on, right? But Joe is a fucking fantastic advert for UKIP, isn't he? He is, isn't he? Yeah. Let's get it right.
Who are they?
Anyway, apart from that, my favourite game. Oh, can I remember? Yes. Oh, do I sound like fucking David Brent? Yes.
Your first cap against Jamaica,
Bulgaria.
where you borrowed your geezer's hat. Was it a hat or a cap? I don't know.
I'll show you it one day, Joe, because you'll never get one, will you? You know what I mean? All right. Never mind. Anyway, my favourite game, and I'm going to go through this very quickly, right? Really? Very quickly. Nah. I'm not going to hang this out, honestly. I'm not going to hang this out. No. My favourite game was Liverpool at home. Yeah. All right?
No.
Oh, yes.
You got to be kidding.
Where you made my goal.
I was gutted.
You made my goal.
That
Yeah?
was the first time in my life
You
I
didn't
wish
finish
I
it.
crossed it and finished it.
No.
If you was at the end of it.
Oh, no. I'm giving you credit. You made my goal, but you didn't finish it.
I wish I did.
Probably like a lot of the things that you went through in your life. You didn't finish most of your life, did you? You know what I mean? You know? Yeah? Sorry his daughters if they're here tonight, if they don't feel they've had a fulfilled life with their father, you know? But there we go.
Can you repeat that?
No, carry on. Anyway, yeah, the Liverpool goal, it's on YouTube. It was Midweek Sports Special Goal of the Month. Thank you. My favourite team performance, all right, and that does include Joe, obviously, because he was a massive part of. Right, he's my friend, and he knows he is as well, right? He's an arsehole, but he is my friend, right? He's always been my friend, right? And he will be forever, as long as most of his other team.
What are you talking about? Get on with it.
Okay. Preston away. Preston away, where we
2-2 draw.
4-4.
Was it 4?
Yeah.
How many did you get?
I got one.
He was just saying double at the time.
I got one.
He was just
Tommy Docherty actually got sacked the morning of the game we played. Do you remember that? No? Well, you won't, because you were just getting in.
Yeah.
Yeah?
John Docherty.
Tommy Docherty. No, Tommy Docherty. Tommy Docherty, yeah. Because he was shagging his... Not Billy's. Nothing to do with Billy. No, nothing to do with Billy. No, nothing to do with Billy.
Physio's wife.
Yes, exactly. He was shagging his physio's wife.
Why do
Exactly.
you have to be so crude and say shaggy? Isn't there a better way of saying it? Can you say that? My daughters are here. Say it in a nicer way. No, I want to hear him say it in a nicer way. Say
okay.
it in a nicer way. If he can.
Okay, so Gary Roberts needs to sort of maybe rephrase the last phrase.
You're an educated man. Say it in a nicer way.
He said, Tommy Docherty has actually interfered with. Yeah? He's interfered with his ex-employer.
He had extramarital
Okay,
relations.
Yeah, that's right.
Thank you for that chance.
No, that's okay.
Not he was boning her.
So anyway, listen, we're coming back to it. On the floor now. Good question. Are there any other questions from the floor? Would anybody else like to come up? Is there any other questions? Just put your hands up here. We've got one question here from Stevie boy. Stevie boy.
Yeah, it's going back to Peterborough and the run-in. So it's a question for Graham and for Billy. I remember the Reading and the 0-0, and we all felt despondent. We thought we're never going to do it. But something happened. We had a Polish player come in the midfield called Detsy Kruzinski. My question to you is, who the hell was he? Was he any good? And did he speak English?
He did speak a bit of English, actually. Yeah, he did. I've got to be honest, I'm not sure where he come from. But he was that. Was it? Yeah. Oh, yeah, it was from Wimbledon. Yeah. But he was just that calming influence that I think we needed it. And I think he was like, he took it on board. I think everything went through him. And he was that calming influence within the team. And to be honest, that's probably what we needed, because we was all a bit young, naive. He had that older head, and he was a lovely character. He was a really good character, and I don't know what he's doing now, to be quite honest. But and that helped, and that helped. And like you say, from that Reading game, we went on a great run, and obviously it got to the end of it. And he was, wasn't he? He's a good character.
Quality.
Do you want to speak about Dets?
Detsy, yeah, listen, he come in and took my place in midfield. Listen, in training I used to have a muck about and joke about with everyone. He used to come to me, Billy, take your head, put it in freezer, calm down. So I did. I tried to put my head in the freezer, but it wouldn't fit. But he. No, to be fair.
His or yours?
No. After I punched him a couple of times, he didn't. But he used to have a Porsche as well, didn't he? He used to have a Porsche. Did he? At Brentford. A Porsche at Brentford. Never going to happen. No.
Looked good against my Datsun Cherry, though. Fucking red one. My red Datsun Cherry was gleaming, son. Don't worry about that.
Any other questions from the floor? Hands up there. We'll just bring you up to the front. Any other questions from the floor? There's the bar person.
Last order.
Question.
Yeah, go on.
Drayton Coach.
The funniest team moment that you've ever experienced in your career. Francis Joseph. No. There's no fun in. Joe doesn't do fun.
I do fun.
Yeah.
I've got to give it some thought.
Yes. Joe's giving it a couple of minutes here because
It's been 5 years since I played. You know what I mean?
yes.
I wouldn't say it's a team moment. It's I remember when I was at Tottenham playing in the youth tournament in Germany. I'd sort of half smashed the fella, got in for a tackle, and I've gone through him. He's gone up in the air, but the referee's come running over, sprinting over just to put his hands in and give me the yellow card. But as he's gone like that, he's gone on his arse and he's skid past me. And as he's going past me, he's got the yellow card up and he's like that, skidding on his arse and like that. And what do? You just fucking laugh. I didn't laugh. He ended up on the sideline. He skidded about 10, 15, 20 yards. And
No, I think mine one was. I don't think it was funny. I think it's funny to the Newcastle fans, but I think mine one was the Rob Lee goal. And to this day, I think I would have got it if I was, if I would have thought. But what happened was, 10, 15 years later, I was goalkeeping coach at Stevenage, and we was coming off the pitch at the end of the game. I come off the pitch, and then I had a shout from the stand, "Oi, Mr. Benstead!" So I've looked at this old boy at the stand. No, and I looked at the old boy, and he said, "You don't remember me, do you?" I said, "Oh no, sir, I really don't. Where do I know you from?" He said, "Well, I saved your arse at Brentford. I was a linesman that give him offside." So that's mine. So I got out of that one, and that is the honest truth. That's mine.
Joe's just come up with one now because the brain's been going.
Well, what I could come up with, most of you guys reading the media and all that about hoses, fire extinguishers and all that, But I remember when I was at Sheffield United, Sweden, we went to Sweden for 10 days. Graham, that's where I met Graham, because we played together. I played with all these...
Legends.
Sorry.
Legends.
Fucking arseholes. Hey, did you close your ears?
Go to bed.
Hey, go to bed now. Anyway, right, we used to have a corridor party every night, right on our floor. We had the whole floor, corridor party, booze, everything. And obviously the waitresses, used to indulge,
Sorry. Indulge in what, please?
Indulge in the drinks and serving the drinks, right? But there was one particular night that someone was walking past one of the doors. It was all our rooms. Someone was walking past and they got done with a cup of water, and they got soaked with a cup of water. All of a sudden, there was buckets getting dashed at everybody on the corridor, and there was a streaker on the flipping roof, right? We all know the streaker was Wally Downes, right? Wally Downes was the starters, mate, charging all over the place, right? But we came out in the morning and it was like it was just saturated, the whole floor. We was barred. We had a curfew for the last 4 or 5 days, Graham? I can't remember. Right? After we had our dinner, we could not leave our room. Otherwise, we'd be fined 2 weeks' wages. But that was mine. Gary, or what?
I think everyone's done their one. You know what I'm saying? So, listen, there's another. If you can come up to the front, actually, and we've got the microphone. Bare knuckle, Hurlock, or Evans. Joe.
Why are you going to be so fun? Why do we have?
I'll go Hurlock.
Why do we have to go there? Terry Hurlock's a pikey, mate. He'd barbecue Terry Evans, mate. Terry's a big lump, but he'd barbecue him with his family. They'll all eat him.
Benno.
I'm telling you.
I'm going to stick with the man in my era. I think probably Tell.
Which Tell though?
Terry Evans.
Hurlock after about 30 seconds.
Who would?
Hurlock after 30 seconds.
After 30 seconds?
After 30 seconds.
Does that leave me on the fence?
2-1. Whatever you say.
Hold on. What is it at the moment?
2-1.
How is it 2-1?
2 Hurlocks and 1 Evans.
You say Evans.
What?
I'll go Hurlock.
I thought there was one.
Even though he made me fight one of his fights in Mallorca once.
Shut up.
Tell us. What happened?
I'll tell you the story. All right, we're in Magaluf, yeah. I've never actually been there, right? As far as my wife's concerned. Actually, I've been there 20 times. But we were in this club called Sinatra's one night, right? All the chaps, and there was this German fella.
Don't bring me in there.
Well, you're not German, are you? So you've been the first black German I've met in ages. I'll tell you that. You know what I mean? All right. Anyway, we're in Sinatra's. Anyway, we're in Sinatra's in Magaluf, and this German fella is performing in front of everyone. And Terry says to me, he says, "Why don't you punch him?" Right? Literally, and I said, "Well, why should I punch him?" He said, "Because he's fucking about." That's what he said. I said, "Well, why?" Anyway, I was doing a thing at the time called Spider-Man, yeah? You know, when you jump around and you web people. So I pretended to web this bloke, and he went, "Fuck off." Right, yeah? So, with that, I punched him. As you do, you know what I mean, when you're abroad. So I wasn't very proud of it. He was injured, but I took him and wiped his blood off in the toilet. And anyway, Terry Hurlock told me I was his best man that night. So he gets my vote. Anyway.
Time's
I want to know about this Spider-Man shit, though, man.
Gary Roberts has just jumped off the stage and fallen over.
Was that it?
Yeah. So I think he's done his leg in. But listen, any other questions? Because we're coming to the end of not the end of the night, because there's more which are going. One more. We've got to have a really quick. You've got one question. It's got to be very, very quick. Yeah.
Very, very quick question to the panel. Who is the most skillful footballer that you've played with, not against?
The most skillful footballer you played with?
Yeah, but I said that earlier on.
Stanley, innit?
Stan Bolts, mate. Yeah. All day long.
Yeah, fair play to you.
Stan Bowles there.
Pass it on. I'll give me everything.
Chris Waddle, 100%.
Chris.
Yeah, Chris Waddle. He used to make like people in training. He's do his shoulders left and right. He used to fall over. People used to fall over, and unbelievable. Chris Waddle.
Gary.
Gary Roberts.
What was that? Can you answer that? Was that Francis Joseph? Was that Francis Joseph? No. Who was it?
Oh, no. It's not ice cream, is it?
No, there's no one called ice cream, mate. Who was it? Go on, spit it out. Spider-Man, was it?
Come on, Billy wants that thing back.
And Benno.
God, my one's a skillful. I think the most frightening centre forward I played against, I said I've got to go centre forward, was Ian Rush. So that's me.
So listen, any more questions of the...
What? I tell you a story every bloody morning, and you do it for Ian Rush.
The biggest, just quickly, the biggest disappointment, boys, just let's go here.
Biggest disappointment?
Yeah. As a Brentford player.
As a Brentford player, I'd have to say, who was that lump? You know, who was that lump? For me, Graham Alexander. Because hey, I had broken my leg. I liked the boy was nice, but Frank McClintock said he signed a big flipping centre forward to do this, do that. The geezer was only about 5'8". Rowan Alexander. What, did I say Graham Alexander? Yeah, sorry, terribly sorry. Yeah. Is that him?
Yeah.
Skippy.
Benno.
My disappointment, I suppose, was the era when Phil Holder left and Dave Webb come in, and he disbanded basically the, well, from what I can see, the true Brentford, yeah, a good team. Basically, that was my disappointment. And leaving Brentford.
Yeah, well done, Graham. Yeah.
Yeah, mine was actually getting relegated after getting promoted and then getting relegated.
Was it?
Yeah.
They're talking about players, man.
Players? Murray Jones. What do you think of Murray Jones? Come and let us know. What do you think of Murray Jones?
Well, the question's been asked. The myth of Murray Jones. He was Keith Millen's best mate. He was supposedly signed as a mistaken identity thing. You tell us the story, mate.
He was a big lump from Crystal Palace. I think Phil signed him, but he'd scored a few goals in the reserves. He was like supposed to be half decent, but when he turned up, it was touch tackle. Every time he touched it, it was a tackle, and it was similar to you, Joe. But
Just like a flipping brick wall.
yeah. No, he weren't the best, to be fair, but he was a nice lad. But he's all arms, and he weren't championship. So.
Well, in the 90s book, there is actually a picture of Murray Jones scoring a goal for Brentford, and it's a true. I think it was at Hayes or something. So, it's Photoshop. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's trickery. So, Benno, you took Brentford up. You were one of that elite of players that have taken Brentford to where we are now. You've still got the championship medal, and where'd you keep it?
Yeah, I've still got the championship medal, and well, to be fair, it's in a box with my England caps, non-league England caps, I should say, not the real caps. But I've got mementos there, so I've got a lot of programs as well, so it's all stacked in the box, and the glasses are long gone. Even the gloves are gone, so I've still got a few bits and pieces, but the memory is still logged up in the memory bank, and that's all that counts.
Is there any last questions before we go and get mash up? One at the back.
Hey, Spider-Man's gone though. By the way, Spider-Man's gone. He's out of the house.
Come on here. Favourite Joe Allen stories? Oh, we'll start off with Billy Manuel there.
I think there's only one in there.
The game, the training game at where was we? Osterley?
No.
Osterley or it was
Kempton, wasn't it? Kempton.
No, Osterley Park, where Mickey Bennett
Punched him.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, so basically,
Not violence, no. But another Joe Allen story is we played Sunderland away at Roker Park, and well, we won, I think 2-0, I think it was. But Joe being a Geordie, went up to Newcastle and that. We stayed in the hotel, and Joe said, "Come on, fancy a quick pint on a Friday night, going into Newcastle." A lot of Sunderland supporters know him, blah, blah, blah. So I said, "Where are we going to go?" He went, "Go Julie's." Oh, what gaff's that? He went, "Strip gaff." I went, "Oh, blinding." So I was in there. We only stayed in there a couple of hours, but ended up going back to the hotel. But in the end, we ended up winning 2-0 at Roker Park. So Julie cost me a few quid, to be fair, at the time. So, but.
Yeah, well, and here's the last surprise of the night. Julie, come in.
Any more? Just quickly, we listen because we're coming to the end of the night. Just quick question.
Yeah, quick question.
Just very, very quick question. Again, I'm afraid to.
Benno.
Go on. Mr. Bentley.
Bentley. Benstead.
Let him have it.
Yeah. Just tell us the question quickly, and we'll just.
You didn't ask my question though.
Okay.
No, it is.
Yeah, just quick question, quick because we're just quickly.
Very quick question.
Just quick question.
Daniel Bentley played for Brentford and saved money yesterday.
So he's talking.
So, do you think he
So Daniel Bentley, he's talking about Bentley played for. He scored saved a double save against Fulham the other day, which is absolutely quality. Fantastic, you know. And will he play? Will he play for England? Yeah, everyone. We'll go around the table here as well. We got Benno here. We got Francis Joseph.
No, Pickford's ahead of him. The first game I saw earlier on this season was against. Last season, Pickford. Shut up. Preston. He was on loan at Preston. This boy was outstanding.
He's great, wasn't
he? Yeah, and he's proved it. Pickford is the next England goalkeeper, mate.
Yeah, he's great.
I don't mean the vegetable or the delivery Pickfords. I mean the goalkeeper Pickfords.
Yeah, ex-Preston keeper. He looks all right. Sunderland boy. Yeah, here we go.
He was always at Sunderland, but he was on loan.
Yeah, no, he was. I remember. He played against us, I think. Yeah, here we go.
What do you reckon? Have you seen him?
What, Pickford? Yeah.
What do you reckon?
Butland, I think, would be the next one.
Butland.
No, but what I'm saying, as a 21-year-old.
Interesting.
Butland, I think, and I think he's going to go to Man United. But anyway, that's my opinion. But so I think the keepers now, especially the Brentford keepers, what I've noticed about the Brentford keepers when I've gone back is, because I don't see a lot of other games because Brentford's local, they are good with the feet. They're a good round ability, and I like the way that they strike a ball. You know, and I think the game's sort of had a massive turnaround since I was playing, and I think that's why I think if he's got a decent strike on him, and he needs a lot of luck, but a lot of ability.
Can I say something? Go on. Can the goalkeepers do a Johan? Oh, sorry, stand corrected. Can they do a Gary Roberts?
What, the Roberts turn? Well, I suppose so. I mean, I've seen them about it, but
Billy Manuel.
Yeah, I think Butland is there and thereabouts. Pickford will come through. The Brentford keeper, you just see Saturday. He's handling, he's kicking, the penalty saving and all that. He's got a chance there as well. You always have three keepers, so I think he's right up there anyway. So.
Yes.
Well done, Cal.
Brilliant. That's I think that just. Well, what more can you say than that? Really is yes. So I think can we have before everyone drifts off into the night? Can we have one massive round of applause for these guys? It's been incredible. Yeah.
Thank you.
Ladies and gents, I'd like to say thanks from everybody here, all right, all the chaps, Billy, Benny, myself, and Black Joe, as he's known. Sorry. And congratulations to the Beesotted for putting on such a good do with one of my favourite hot buffets I've ever had. Isn't that right, Dave? It's a fantastic hot buffet. Great bar and terrific people all turned up as well. Great night. Really good. Really good as well,
And thanks everybody as well. We've raised over £1,000 in the charities as well. Different charities to put the money out there. So everyone, you've been very generous. Thank you. The bar's open till 2 o'clock in the morning, everybody, so you don't have to go anywhere, so you can enjoy yourself, stay here and have a laugh. Thank you very much for coming out tonight. Thank you very much, everybody. You bees. So that was the Beesotted Pride of West London end of season Bees Up. A series of events that we've had over the season. We've had great fun putting them on, had great audience, great reaction. You could check out part 1 and part 2 on our Audio Boom channel. Just check out Beesotted there. You go to iTunes or any other podcast channel, check it out there, or also go to beesotted.co.uk. Don't forget to subscribe, and if you want to go to any of our events next season, go to beesotted.co.uk and sign up to the Beesotted Social Club.